sociologists have often told us that you can't really predict human behavior. But with the advent of big data analytics, to a large extent, you can predict human behavior based on the way they do things, based on the way they transact in their businesses. Now, this was the situation. We had a public sector client generating about 5 gig data every day, going to about 2.5 terabyte yearly with a quarterly growth rate of 5%. And we were engaged to develop an analytic to help analyze data, to do basic BI and predictive analysis around the data. Now, this is what we have. So we have 2.5 terabyte data sources from banking records, custom records, identity management, corporate affairs commission, phone records, payment data, and utility, and so many data sources. Terabyte of data sitting in the repository. And next thing is, okay, what do you do with this data? How do I make sense out of it? How do I say the kind of customers I have based on this data I have? Now, using the crack model, Charles Fan's crack model that Ola talked about, we provided a solution. So the first thing was to create a repository of data. Now, the different tools we have, but we used Informatica to, we used an ETL tool called Informatica to extract data from these different data sources and have a repository, a central repository to have data from bank records, utility bills records, call records, all different records, about 2.5 terabytes. Next, okay, what do I do with this data I have? Okay, the next thing we now did was now to have like 4 to 5 terabyte servers. So imagine how large data could be. You have about 12.5 terabytes in a year, and this client we have has like you have historical data for about 5 years. So about the 5th year, you are talking about 12.5 terabytes of data. The next is, what do I do with it? With the data I have, how can I predict what my clients is about to do next? I mean, what are customers going to do? I mean, what's the next step it's going to do? Now, we now talk about what are pending, collecting this data. You got to develop analytics around what collecting this data. I'm sure most of us understand with them first in, first out, FIFO. So you have data, so you have like a storage for 5 years, and as data comes in, the earlier one goes out. I mean, we have developed analytics around that. Now, the next thing we now did was to process the information where real value now comes in. Now, you know, it's important that there's what you call churn, the rate at which customers leave. Now, with the analytics around customer retention, to a large extent, we're able to retain customers from 15%. I mean, we reduced the churn rate from about 15% to 7.5%. And that was savings of about 500 million over 6 months of implementation. Now you'll see where the real value comes in. So now you have data for a very long time. If the question is now, you can predict your customers' behavior. You now know what they want. You don't know how they do their business. You know where they go to do their business. You know there are different investment sources. So to a large extent, in 6 months, you see a savings of about 500 million. Also, analytics developed around the data help them project, okay, fine, how do I market the product to the client? How do I get to my client? Where do they do their business? How do they do their business? So, like Mola talked about the craft, the process. Processing the data talked about building analytics. So we built analytics around. So we had 4 servers, we had an analytic engine on the 4 servers. We built analytics around the data, and we could do this. And also results. Part of the result was fraud detection. To a large extent, we could reduce fraud, identify thefts, irregularities based on trends. So we could see trends, we see the way people do things, and to a large extent, we could be okay, fine, this is pointing towards the fraud. So rather than being very reactive, we're very proactive. And finally, business intelligence. So we could do a lot of trend analysis, and from the result of the trend analysis, you could project, okay, fine, this particular region of the business, we need to dedicate more resources because of the amount of revenue we get. And this region of the business, we might not want to dedicate so many resources because we don't generate a lot of business. Basically, from trend analysis, you have to convert over that. You do a trend over 6 months, trend over a year, and you can see what you have.